what's happening, nation? It's Son Joku, man. It has been a minute. I am sorry for that. I've done like a complete renovation on my restaurant. I put it out in the comments on YouTube. I don't know if a lot of you guys saw it or not, but I completely have flipped that thing and I've low-key painted it silver and black, and I'm happy as hell about it. And it honestly looks really sick, man. So I put up a little slideshow just because a lot of you guys said you want to see the pictures and everything, but we're pretty much going to keep it to the Raiders. We got a lot to catch up on tonight, and I just really want to hear your guys' thoughts on what's been going on. I know a lot of this stuff's already been jammed down your throat a pretty good bit, but I just want to touch base on it, just kind of break everything down, and I don't know, man, just get back in touch with you guys. I should be back on my pretty much usual schedule now of just ripping off videos, but I had to do this, man. Work comes first. That is what it is. This is my side gig, just my hobby out there. So man, I'm so ready to do this. If you guys are new to the show, please do think about subscribing. It really does help me out. But man, all right, let's go. 805, what's happening, dude? Nick, what's going on? Raider Rich, welcome out. Anthony, I'm glad you could make it out. Thanks for hitting me up earlier, dude. Brandon, what's good, dude? Costas, what's happening, man? Tupac, what's going on? Jacob, what's happening? Dominic, what's good? All right, we'll start off with the Agholor thing. I'm not going to touch on it too much just because I know so many people have already broke this thing down. If Agholor did come out there and actually say that, because there's been a couple of players that said it was a lie and he never actually said that, I'm sure they're just covering up the locker room talk in there. I was happy to hear it, man. Sometimes you got to be called out. It makes you better. Somebody gets in your face, tells you that you suck, tells you that you're not doing the work. You're either going to respond to it or you're not. But on the flip side of that, maybe Agholor was pissed off about this whole situation, and that's the reason why he hasn't re-signed yet. And he's not holding out for the money. He's holding out for a team that's going to have some players that are going to grind through the entire damn season. I'm really, really curious to see what ends up happening with Nelson. But until something does, we just got to keep a close eye on it. I'd like to see him stick. I would like to see him stick around. Get rid of Ty Williams, free up that money. Because what? We cut Ty, you get $11 million. You just give that to Agholor. That's pretty much an even trade-off right there. And then, I don't know, man. You get rid of Agholor and Aaron Williams, and then you got to go out there and get like an Allen Robinson. But what if you keep Agholor and you keep Williams, and then you cut the back end of that wide receiver room and free up some money with Trent Brown to be able to pay both those guys? That could end up being huge. So, I don't know, man. This is going to be a really weird offseason, especially with the money going on. Moving to the defense, Gus Bradley, I guess it's official now that he's bringing 4 of the other Chargers coaches over with him to run this defense. So, that defense is going to be looking a hell of a lot like the Chargers defense did last season, which was not spectacular. They had a ton of injuries. Maybe they can pull it together. Maybe, I don't know. I'm curious to see what Gus Bradley does. I read some articles that he's thinking about moving Joyner back to that free safety position. I had some stats on it. Joyner in 2018 gave up 279 yards and 1 touchdown playing at that free safety position. Then he came to us. He got forced into that nickel spot, which totally sucked. He was totally out of position the entire damn time. In over 2 seasons, he gave up 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 94 completions. I really think he was just out of his element. I think Gunther's defensive scheme just completely sucked for him. So I really think Joyner's going to end up sticking on this team. I would not mind seeing him move to that free safety position just to see if he can take that role over. He's been playing pretty damn good when he's playing in the right spots. So maybe Bradley his little team can fix that up. I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys are thinking about that. Stubble, what's going on? Off-season drama made up because new outlets can't get real jobs. Stubble, man, I'm telling you, the stuff you hear during the offseason kills me, man. Oh, Raider Art, what's happening? Kahlua, what's going on? Nelly scolding the team shows he wants to leave or stay, in my opinion. Welcome back. That's what I'm saying, dude. Him getting pissed and yelling at all those people, it was either him trying to build them up or it was him just legitimately being pissed and be like, dude, I want out. Like, it is what it is. Nelly is the new Crabtree. Dude, it seems like it, King. I'm not going to argue that. Twitter, Raider Art 21. Raider Art, I'll check it out afterwards, man. Damn you, man. Rich. Deshaun Watson, 2021. Let's go. I'm not going to sit here and say that I would not take Deshaun Watson on this team. I'm not a damn fool. I would take him in a heartbeat. Just knowing what we'd have to give up to get him would end up killing us even more. I don't know. I'm going to keep riding with Carr. I really don't even think Watson's a real option out there. I have a lot of doubts about the story. I have my doubts about that story, too. Mostly because Tafer corners up with the science fiction. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, yeah. He does come up with a lot of weird crap during the offseason. Nelly deserves that $11 million. I think he does deserve that $11 million. I think that's a reasonable amount to pay him. But you have to remember, dude, Nelly is not a number 1 wide receiver. I hate to say that, dude. But he didn't get over 1,000 yards, man. He only had a few touchdowns. I know he made some big damn plays for us, but he was not putting up those number 1 wide receiver numbers. But the number 1 wide receivers are asking a hell of a lot more money than that right now. Too many quarterback rumors. We sticking with Carr unless we get somebody better and for cheap. Man, the rumors kill me. I'll say it, dude. I'm not going to talk about Carr until Carr is no longer our quarterback, and I don't see his ass going anywhere, whether people love it or hate it. Bob, what's going on, man? I hope you're feeling better, dude. Nelly said what had to be said. They didn't just suck, though. They were the worst. They were worse than that, man. I'll tell you, dude. I wouldn't pay Nelly more than $9 million a year. I don't know. He'll get that 11 from somebody, man. You think Williams will be as good as he was with the Chargers? And I'll tell you, Ronnie, if Williams and Agholor came back and then you had Ruggs and Renfrow kind of playing those slots, you still end up having Foster and you'd have Waller out there. It's looking damn good, dude. It's looking damn good. And then Edwards, dude. Edwards is a big question mark for me right now. I really think that kid can end up having a huge year next year, but he has to get more involved. He has to stay healthy, and he has to get his ass out on that field. Oh, Pizza, what's going on, man? Tupac, too many players already said it was a lie, even Gurley for some reason. It's just players that know him, man. He might just be that not that kind of guy that comes out there and just spits it out in your face like that. Maybe the playbook was too big for the new guys to grasp consistently. That's a real possibility, but injuries killed them. I mean, Edwards and Ruggs were our starting 2 wide receivers to start this season. Week 1, we had 2 rookies starting at that wide receiver position. And then Edwards ended up getting banged up. Nelly came in there and exploded. Edwards was never really able to work his way back in. Ruggs was used completely just wrong the entire damn season. You could tell he was getting frustrated. I understand Carr wasn't really that good, though. Dude, Carr it was like his best year ever, man. You put a better defense around Carr, he'll be doing all right. Would you pay Leonard Williams the big contract to bring him here? Yes, I would, in a heartbeat, dude. I would go ahead and bring in Leonard Williams. I would draft that linebacker either out of Notre Dame, that Jeremiah kid, or that big-ass linebacker out of Alabama. And that kid from Notre Dame can actually play that nickel spot for us, too. He's like a true freak athlete. I would love to have that kid on this team. And then you'd have your levels filled. You give Joyner that shot at free safety. You bring in a little bit more depth at cornerback, maybe a vet corner. And I think we'd be looking damn good, dude. Carr had his second best season. Nothing wrong with Carr. We have way bigger damn issues. Mr. Big, what's going on, dude? Nelly wasn't wrong. He might be caring too much. Dude, if he's caring that much and he's willing to call people out, I'll take it, dude. Raiders needed a kick in the butt. Yes, they did, man. They needed a kick right in their damn face out there. The Raiders will be quiet in free agency. This draft is where they will get their value. I've heard a lot of people talking that we might trade down in this draft to try to just get as much value out of this. I would still love to see us keep 17. If we traded our second to move down in the second to pick up like another low third, I would do that. Hope everything is going good with the restaurant. Also, would you trade Carr for? I'd trade Carr for a first to the right team. Like, I'm not going to lie. If somebody offered up a first-round pick for Carr, I would take it, man. Nelly was a 2A wide receiver. Yes, he was, Rich. Watts, what's going on, man? I'm glad you can make it to the show. Agholor can ask all the money he wants, but we can't afford to pay him over $5 million. Dude, I was going through. We can free up $35 million, but that includes cutting Trent Brown. You cut Williams. They were cutting Joyner in that. They were either cutting Gabe or Incognito, one or the other. But Incognito, I'm still thinking is going to retire. And then there was one other dude in that list. They were cutting it, but it freed up $35 million total. We'll have a decent amount of money depending on the moves that we make. It's just a tough one to make, man. Rich, damn, stop it, Rich. Stop it right now. I'm not sure about Ruggs, though. I think Mayock said it best, man. He needs to hit that weight room, needs to get a little bit better on his just regular routes instead of just concentrating on that deep ball. And I think he's going to end up being fine. I have really no doubts about Ruggs. I think he's going to show up in a major way for us. Arno, what's going on? Nelly did this because he loves the team and is passionate about the team, and I hope he comes back. I hope he does, too. I really do. And part of me really hopes that Mike Williams comes back. And then we have both of them as the 1 and 2. And then you have Edwards backing him up. You have Ruggs backing him up. You have Ruggs and Renfrow. Man, it's a good-looking setup. We won't be able to afford it, and that's what sucks about it. Agholor should have called out Gruden for his bullshit. Yes, I will give you that 110%. I was talking with Kenneth Bryant just in the comment section. Like, shout out to Kenneth, man. He's been saying all along that we have the talent on this team. We have young talent on this team. And I agree with them that we do have a shit ton of talent on this team. And it's just been the coaching staff that's destroyed us for years. Like, at this point, just years. Just ruining these young kids, ruining their opportunities, not using them in the right ways, not playing them to their strengths. And to be honest, I completely agree with them, man. I think bringing in the new defensive side is going to help out tremendously, especially if we can get into a more condensed playbook. These guys can all be on the same page, not be working these really confusing zones where people are playing out of position and they don't understand what the hell they're supposed to be doing. I really think if you just simplified it, you'd see our defense increase so damn much, and I'm waiting to see that. I really think Gus is going to bring that. And as far as the offense goes, man, Gruden's going to do what he's going to do, and when it works, it works, and when it doesn't work, we get completely shit on. But it works more often than not. And if you have a defense that can keep you in the games where it's not working at first and Gruden has time to adjust, well, I say that even though he's never freaking adjusted. He always just does the same damn thing. But I really think you're going to see some good things coming out of it, man. Bob, the renovations are looking great. It was well worth it, man. I really was. It desperately needed it. That restaurant is 15 years old, man. I've redone it every 5 years, but this is the first year where I was like, I can't stare at these yellow walls anymore. This shit is slowly driving me crazy, and just really went for a big flip and just gave it a really fresh look. I was so damn happy, man. It damn near killed me, but it's what it is. Do you own that spot? Yes, Anthony, I do, man. And I did, with the exception of laying that floor, I did all that work, and I painted that whole damn thing, did that whole bar, just made a whole bunch of just interior changes and putting some different things up and changing around the decor. It was a ton of work. Some of my staff really helped me out, so shout out to them in a major, major way. I really couldn't have done that without them. But then those last couple of days, I closed for like 3 days straight, which sucks because with all the crap that you've been going through in the restaurant business, to just close for 3 days and just kind of take that hit from the money, it sucks, but it needed to happen. But for those 3 days, man, I busted it out. Ronnie, our new defensive players to step up. Oh, dude. Abram, Arnett, Mullen, Littleton. Littleton, I'm not worried about at all. Arnett, I'm hoping he can respond to the criticism. Mullen, I thought, had a pretty damn good season. Abram, I thought, played pretty good. He sucked in coverage the majority of the year, but he sets the tone for the defense, and his hard-hitting attitude and just the way that he comes back. I don't know. We need that on the defensive side. Lee, what's going on, man? I appreciate it, man. Raider Art, dude, got to be a DBZ fan. Raider Rich, dude. DC fell off again, week 10 through the end. Please discuss, look at these stats. I will, dude. If you want me to, I will do a video about that. I want to do a video where I take last year where it ended up going wrong and the year before that where we ended up skidding out the entire back end. Compare both of it and just see like exactly where the hits came. That's a damn good idea, Rich. I will definitely do that. I'm not giving Agholor over 5 to 8 million. I wouldn't. And like my personal opinion, I would not. But at the same time, if I'm going to give Williams $11 million, they're sitting on the bench out there, if we don't end up cutting him, and it has a possibility of getting injured, at least Nelly was able to make it through the whole year. Let's get the cheaper safety, maybe like May or Marcus Williams, and get Leonard. Dude, well, I'd like to get Leonard. The defense is part of what fell off. Carr played fine. Dude, our defense, it kills us every damn year. And somebody put something out on Facebook earlier, and I responded to it. I forgot what it was, but it was Carr's stat line. It was like when Carr has a top 15 defense, like or a top 20 defense, he was 12-3. And then after that, it was just like all the crap seasons that he had. And I understand you guys are sick of blaming this on the defense, and a lot of you guys are like, if you had a quarterback like Mahomes or Brady, dude, I'm telling you, you put Mahomes on this team or Brady on this team. You give them a bottom 5 defense, they're not making it to the playoffs, dude. They're going to give you some exciting damn games. You put Watson on this team and you keep this same damn defense that we have, you're going to get shit on, dude. It is what it is. They're not miracle workers. It's one dude. Granted, he might be better, but it's still one player on a team. Our problem was the defense. Getting Robinson just uses up cap space for not much gain. I'll give you that. Carlos, what is the address of the pizza place, Joe? Man, Carlos, hit me up. Hit me up, not on live YouTube, but I'll give you the address if you want to come out and have a beer, man. I would happily buy it for you. Ruggs is being held back. Dude, it's possible, Kevin. Kev, what's happening, dude? I'm glad you can make it out. Would be best when it comes to the game. That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I eat during these games. What do you expect from Tanner Muse next season? I'm really hoping Tanner Muse can finish that transition. I'm really expecting high things out of him. If he can come back completely healthy, make that adjustment, I think he could end up being just in the rotation of that linebacker spot. And I really think the speed that he would bring and having him and Javen White on the field at the same time, and then having Kwiatkowski sitting in the middle, telling both those guys what to do. I think you'd have a dude that would look damn good. You could get burned a few times just because they are both still young, but I would take it on certain plays. I would take that. Yes, and his overall season was still decent. Oh man, see, that's why you don't get started on Carr, man. It'll get sucked in. Rams just traded for Stafford. Oh damn, I knew somebody. All right, so that's gonna free up Goff then. Wonder if Goff ends up going to Denver. I could see that. Something in my heart tells me that might happen. Mac drafted those guys and is dissatisfied with his draft picks. Man, he had every right to come out there and say. I mean, even Ruggs came out there and put it out on Twitter that he graded his season as a D-, which, I mean, it sucks to say, but everybody was disappointed in it. You got to say that stuff, man. You got to let these kids know. We need our defense to cause turnovers. That will solve a lot of issues. Yes, it will. That field position game makes a huge, huge difference. Rumors about new jerseys. Is that going to be a thing? Because I really hope they don't touch the beautiful uniforms. They better not touch those damn uniforms. If they want to do like a little color rush, like for one game or something like that, or if they want to go black on black, I'd honestly take that. Black on black with all silver everywhere else, I think would be pretty damn cool. But don't mess with that damn logo at all. If we don't re-sign Morrow, I say we draft Jock from Notre Dame. That's what I'm saying, dude. But only if we get a nice defense. Yeah, dude, if we can get that, you got to get that defensive line locked down first. A lot of you guys want to go after a defensive tackle in that first round. I totally get it, but if you can get a guy like Leonard Williams or somebody like that to come in, I'll take it. That's cool. We should fly out to Atlanta to have a huge party at Joke. It'd be a good time, but nobody's driving home, I promise. The Lions quarterback just got traded off the Goff for 2 first-round picks. Damn, for 2 first-round picks. I don't know. Stafford deserves to be out of there, man. He's a Georgia kid. I watched him play while he was at UGA. He deserved better than what he had for the past, or since his started his NFL career. Hopefully he can do something. Arnett, Abram, Bolin need the new coaches to help them learn how to play. They're going to get it, dude. I hope we draft well in our offensive wide receivers. Oh, for our offensive wide receivers. I'll give you that. Congrats on the new facelift of the restaurant. Oh, Talkbox, appreciate that, man. Should Tanner Muse go back to safety along with Joyner? It's all going to depend on how much work that he put in learning that linebacker position. If he was already spending the entire time through camp and until he ended up getting hurt and then putting on IR, if he was doing all linebacker before that, I think he's got a pretty good grasp of it. But honestly, with Gus coming in there and taking a look at everybody, there's a shot he does get moved back to the safety position. And 10th overall for the season. You guys lost me there. DC is our QB. If Gruden gets his red zone shit together in order to get Carr 35 touchdowns, I completely agree. Because we are straight trash in the red zone. That's the one thing Gruden's like, I'm going to fix what we're doing wrong in the red zone. Well, he didn't fix a damn thing, and you saw it suffer. Would you rather have Leonard Williams or Justin Simmons? That's a tough one. Honestly, I would take Leonard Williams just because I know he wants to be a Raider, and that goes a long, long way. I'm okay going for the defense, but for me, I'd love wide receivers. I think our wide receiver room could be pretty set, man. If we either keep Williams or keep Agholor, one of those dudes is going to stick. And then the rest of it behind that's looking pretty good. I know we just put Keelan Doss on a future reserve contract, so he's going to end up having that practice squad spot and end up fighting for a spot. I don't see him making it. It's just cool to see him sticking around, to have another shot to keep going forward. Anthony Harris in a draft. And draft the defensive tackle. Dude, Anthony Harris is going to be a good bit of money. This team could legitimately win the Super Bowl with a top 15 defense. In the first offense, dude, I'll tell you, man. Ardo, I completely agree with that. You give this team a damn top 15 defense, they are going a long, long way. Broncos are one trade away from making DC the 4th best quarterback in the division. Brian, man, that sucks. I mean, the quarterbacks in the AFC West right now and the tight end room in the AFC West is disgustingly good. Like, disgustingly good. And it's going to, I'll tell you right now, dude, if Watson ends up playing in Denver, I will lose my freaking mind. Lose my mind. Mahomes won a Super Bowl with the 30th ranked defense. Stop making excuses for DC. Dude, that defense wasn't ranked 30 that year. Or it might have been ranked 30, but then going into, I don't know. I'll look into that one too. I'll break it down in that video. 35 TDs win more games than 26. Look at these close games we lost. That is very true. How many wide receivers do you think are going onto the roster? Last year we carried 7 on our active roster. And then we ended up keeping an extra running back. So, I don't know. Hopefully it'll be 7 again. It's usually 6 or 7 to start the season. Raiders have serious locker room issues. I think I remember what Carr said leading up to the week of practice with no sense of urgency. He did. And I will tell you, man, that pissed a lot of people off. That pissed me off. I remember I was talking about that in the video because Carr came up there and just straight said it. There was no urgency. There was no, like, I don't know. The guys just weren't preparing, man. And Agholor called him out for it. And that's legitimate right there. I think you are right there. There is a problem in the locker room. I think there is. And I think that problem lies right on Gruden's shoulders. And with a good defense and we get to the playoffs, maybe when, yeah, dude, folks playing Carr, and if it's raining, oh, crazy Rams stay wheeling and dealing. And look, they've been making the playoffs, and they've been staying in it. It's the Rams, I don't know. They got a good coaching staff out there, and they don't understand how to bring players in, get the best out of them for a year or two, and then they know they're getting moved on from. Fierce, what's happening, dude? Funny how everyone but sensitive DC is being held accountable for their play. Dude, no, I won't hold DC accountable, but DC played a damn good year this year. But there was a couple games where DC completely screwed look at that Atlanta game. That is completely on DC's shoulders. There was one or two other games where he went out there and just completely dropped the ball. And that I will put on him, because you can put that on Gruden or him, but honestly, it's on them collectively. But he has to get his too. I'll give you that. Cap's still not settled, I think. I heard we have 176 of 180. I heard we were going into it with 8.5 million before like we made any moves, that we'd have 8.5 opened up. Carr deserves better than what he's gotten so far. I will give you that. Quarterbacks are just hard. They are, dude. Carr's not the problem. If we get that QB from Tampa Bay, he'd go to Super Bowl II. Their defense got them there, not Brady. P.S., man, what's going on? That defense that they have, it's going to be what wins them the Super Bowl. I'll tell you right now, if I had money to put down on it, I'd be betting on that Bucs defense, because that Chiefs offensive line is going to get shredded by them. But Carr is already working out before the Super Bowl is being played, and he's still... No, that I just don't get it. That's what I'm saying. Until he's off this team, he's our quarterback, dude. QBs get all the credit when things go right and all the blame when they go wrong. Yes, people batshit crazy. Summed it up perfectly. I don't know how you could blame it on anybody besides our defense. Carr needs to work on his fumbles. He does, man. And Carr needs to work on a few routes, and Carr needs to work on just extending plays and making plays in the red zone when the first initial thing breaks down. Because a lot of times he just, I don't want to say he panics, but he just makes that first read, guns that damn ball, if it works or it doesn't. And a lot of that, I don't know, you go to that second or third or end up rolling out. It is. You go for it, man. Rick, man, thank you, dude. I'm going to give Gus Bradley a shot. Dude, I'm going to give him a fair shot. Chill and have a bar. Dude, I will be chilling at that bar. I promise you that. Oscar, what's happening? What do you think of Deli calling out the team against the Dolphins? Not sure if it's true. I'm not sure if it is or not, but I'll take it, dude. Somebody has to have that passion in there. You know, he wasn't the only guy that said something. What position do we go after with our first round pick? I would love to see us go linebacker. Like, I'm not going to lie. I would love to see us go and get one of those two freak linebackers in the first round. Either that dude from Alabama or that dude from Notre Dame. They can both play that nickel spot. It gives you a ton of size, a ton of speed, and a true nickel linebacker or a true nickel corner out there that can make some plays either coming up or just hanging with the big-ass tight ends we have to deal with, man. We wonder why there's dysfunction on the team when the QB doesn't have the responsible for his plays. How can you be mad at anyone without holding the QB responsible for falling off every year? Because he's had a shit defense every year. And the one year that he didn't have that completely just trash defense, we went 12-3 and he looked like a freaking superstar. And honestly, he has better weapons going in the next season than he had in that 2016 year. And I know people are so sick about hearing me talk about 2016, but that's the only year that he actually had everybody had their shit together and that team was able to make a push. And it looked damn good, and he led us through it, man. Gus got to whip these guys into shape. He has to, or we're screwed again. I have a lot of hopes for Gus Bradley squaring up things for his defense. We do have the talent, bad coaching, and no coachings who could teach. No, if you can't get somebody that can teach out there, it sucks. What do you think about Stafford going to L.A.? I was honestly pretty shocked about that. But their owner came out a couple days ago and said something that Goff is our quarterback right now. And whenever you hear that, you know he's going to be gone in a few days. I think it's pretty good, dude. I think they paid out way too much for him. I'm not going to lie, to get Stafford on your team. But I'm really hoping Stafford can turn it around for them. Maybe they can go out there and end up making some big plays. I don't know, you're going to see a lot of movement this year. I've been talking about that just with the money and how everything's working out. We need to draft a right tackle to replace Brown, and I think you would get Darisaw. Oh, no problem, man. Barry, thank you for coming out. I agree with you. I really think just from a financial standpoint, it is time to go ahead and move on from Trent Brown, just to free up that money. There's so much that we can do with that to fill the holes. And playing 16 games in 2 full seasons, we need more than that, especially if you're holding that kind of money. Chiefs had a bottom-ranked defense the first half of last year, but we're ranked top 15 to 20 in the second half playing out going into the Super Bowl. That's it. And it's all about just making that turn because they had their offense that could carry them. And then if you do, you get in that top 15, top 10, top 15, you're going to start getting on those 6 to 7 win games or winning streaks that end up getting you into these pushes, man. Rich is just a DC hater. He's just fed up, man. I understand where he's coming from. There's a lot of people that feel the exact way that he does. I get hit up about it all the time. But I mean, until DC's gone, there's nothing we can do about it. We have to accept it. You got to support him as your quarterback. LA Raiders were deep back that for a minute. Matthew Stafford trade down. Yeah, dude. Somebody hit me up a few minutes ago. If the Lions can get two first and a third pick for Stafford, and we trade Carr, dude, I'll tell you right now, Dominic. If somebody offered us that for Carr, for as much as I love Carr, I'm taking that trade in a damn heartbeat. DC set an all-time record for throwing short of the goal line in the NFL. Stafford was a first-round pick, wasn't he? Yes, he was. That is true. Yeah, little Sean, he is. He's a Ram now. Yes, he just got blessed completely. You get to go from the shithole of Detroit over to LA, where they actually have a good coaching staff, a good, pretty solid team around them, a damn good defense. Dude, he's going to end up excelling out there, and you know damn well he's going to be airing that ball out, and that's what they've been wanting. Would you sign Melvin Ingram? Maybe we can get him for a discount if you can get him for a discount, but he is always hurt, like, okay, 805 said, but I still take a shot at him if you can get that money right. He went to a complete team, that's it. Offseason, we could think of someone. I don't know, man. Nick Vigil is one that I keep hearing pop up about, like, just kind of the Raider rumors about him coming over. I do not want to see Nick Vigil come out of this team for any reason through this offseason. Is Devontae Booker coming back? I really hope not. I truly hope he is not. I understand, and I broke this down in past videos. A lot of you guys really like Booker. Booker, to me, it was a great spell back to Josh Jacobs, but it was his job to be the number one man. He shit the bed with it, so he could not be that true guy for us. If Jacobs does go down, I'd love to see a different number 2 back come onto this team. The Rams have a good roster. The Rams have a damn good roster. Stafford for 2 future first and a third. And Goff, that's so effing sad. Carr's better than Stafford. If we can get that much, trade Carr. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. That trade, they gave up so damn much. Just looked up Chiefs D. It was ranked 7th at the end of last season because they turned it on, man. They got Chris Harris and those dudes to really come in there. They got a lot of dudes back from injury. Niners haters. Derek Carr, the Raiders GOAT QB, as of right now. Party Artie, what's happening, dude? I'm glad you make it out. 2 Super Bowls, the Snake, but I think the damn Carr's defense, like Stabler did, shit, dude, we'd be dominating teams out there. 805, appreciate it, man. All right, man, that's pretty much what I have for you guys tonight. Just wanted to come out and bust out a quick video. Just kind of get back in the routine. I got some things in the works that I'm going to be bringing back. But like I said, I'll be back on my normal schedule. So until next time, guys, if you could please hit that like button on your way out. It really does help me out. But we will see you guys later.